Hello, and welcome to the Society of Nerdcraft and Dungeonry. I am your head seeker, Evelyn Pinio, and this is Magic Academy. We are joined today by Eliza.
Hi.
Haley.
I'm here to kick vampire butt and chew gum, and I'm all out of gum.
And Sarah.
Sometimes, two people that you hate get assaulted in a parking lot at 10:30 p.m. with people wielding giant ketchup bottles. And then because you're in charge of things in an organization, you have to really care about it and try and support and help them. And then they also get stuck to their car and threaten to get beat up for their own actions. And you have to deal with that too. And then they blame you for it.
You're right, that does sometimes happen.
That does, in fact, sometimes happen. And we have another player, but we'll bring him back out in a little bit. You can help us and be part of the Magic Academy by making sure you like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new episode. This episode is powered by Sirenscape, because epic games need epic sounds. And with that, let's get into tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd. When we last left our heroes, they were, things were not going well for them. They were in a fight against Strahd himself. And unfortunately, Kellum did die.
Honestly, I feel like we were pretty close to winning. I think that was a bitch maneuver on Strahd's part.
Agreed.
We did kill the horse. We killed the horse.
You did kill the horse. For now. We'll pick up kind of where we left off. You guys were headed back towards the winery. And after about an hour and a half of walking, you arrive back. You are a sorry-looking group, to be certain. Emery is buried, Kellum lays dead in Percy's arms as you all approach. The children of the Martikov family start to run out to greet the heroes before being ushered back inside by their parents, who quickly realize what has happened. The world seems to move in a slow motion as Percy carries Kellum inside, ushered in by Davian. He is laid on a table, pale and motionless. Davian claps Percy on the shoulder. Sorry, lad. Davian turns to you all. Where's the other one? Girl.
We lost that one as well.
What happened? Was it the druids?
Unfortunately, Strahd paid us a visit.
The devil himself. The fact that the rest of you came out of it alive is sort of a miracle.
He called it mercy. And a lesson.
There is no mercy in Barovia. As long as you stay here, there will never be mercy.
Well, our new friend here mentioned that the person she used to work for may be able to assist us in bringing him back.
I would not say that I worked for her. She kidnapped me and I was trapped.
Apologies, darling. I was having a hard time gathering all the details amidst all the chaos.
Who is it you are asking for? You're seeking to us for help.
Baba Lysaga.
Baba Lysaga. That is who you were going to go to for help.
Among
I
other
didn't
things.
say it was a good idea.
I mean, can you think of anyone else who might be able to bring our dear friend back to the land of the living?
Not many in Barovia could, unfortunately. You could try the Abbey of St. Markovia. You could try Madame Eva of the Vistani. You could... There's a woman who is an adventurer who lives north of here up the road. I have not encountered her. I don't know her name, but she lives in this little caravan that sits outside a crumbling tower.
Sometimes, like, I can still hear him clearing his throat. Quietly in the background.
There are many, many things I would recommend doing before. I would say mourn your friend before going to Baba Lysaga.
That bad, huh?
It is not a recommendation I give lightly. But if you think, and he looks at you, Lil, if you think she will help, I will just pray for you not to get killed in the process.
I don't know if she would help, but if she does, it'd be for a hefty price.
We recovered one of your gems.
Have you? Truly?
Yes.
May I see it? He looks at it and his eyes begin to well with tears because he's holding his livelihood in his hands. Thank you. This will help this place. The people here need something good. And if that happens to be the wine grown from these grapes, then that is what it is.
Who was it again, dear, that you recommended we go visit? An adventurer on a hill and a Vishtani woman, you said?
Yes. If you follow the road north of here, you will, keep going past the fork in the road, up towards the lake. You will see a small caravan and a crumbling tower. The woman who lives in that caravan, I've heard that she is an adventurer. And
The caravan that was hella booby trapped?
No, that I think that was the one that was one cart at an old tower.
Wasn't it? Yeah, at Lake Baratok.
The crumbling tower at the lake.
Oh, I guess that is the same one, huh?
Oh, well, I guess we don't. I guess we could tell her that the thief was brutally murdered.
That is true. What exactly did we take from her again?
I just emptied Emery's pockets.
Emery took a bunch of stuff. I do not remember the full list off the top of my head. Let's see. The tower. Because there was a lot in there. So what you guys found in there? A wooden trunk what Emery found in there. A wooden trunk covered with claw marks that holds a battle axe, a flail, a morning star, a light crossbow, 10 silvered crossbow bolts. I know the bolts were part of it.
Those are mine. Yeah.
Yes. Those are yours now. She took a set of clothes. She took... I think she took the Taroka deck wrapped in silk. I don't know how much she took. She took a page from a journal that I don't know if the rest of you have read, but you would know. But if you opened it, you would see it's the journal of Rudolf van Richten.
Right.
A map of Barovia.
I remember that.
And I think that was all that was discussed in terms of what was taken. But there was a lot more stuff in there because, a person lives there.
Perhaps it's time to go return some of what was found.
There's also Madame Eva of the Vistani. If you know where the Ser Falls camp is, that is generally where her group goes.
We have to pass through Valaki again.
We could go around Valaki.
Why are you
Through the
not allowed
woods.
in Valaki?
Yes, that's a great question, 3. Why are we not allowed back in Valaki?
If my memory is not further corrupted by the injuries I sustained, I believe we helped the son of the burgomaster escape. We charmed by Ellie casting a charm spell on his father.
Not as
Emery
Yeah.
cast the charm on his father. Ellie cast it on Ezek.
yes.
So it's really Emery's fault again. We also fought. I wasn't there for this. We beat up a bunch of guards. And then
did not kill. We did spare them.
we
That should have
did
counted for
not
something.
kill them. We did not kill a bunch of people who were just kind of doing their job. So like, I don't know what they're so mad about. Truly. I failed to convince them that Strahd was a true threat, and they decided to hide behind their idiotic worship of some false sun god.
Lythander?
No, some, I don't know, perversion of Lythander.
The Morning
Some-
Lord is what you've heard.
Yeah. The something called the Morning Lord. I think perhaps it's a reflection of Lythander. It's related. I just don't know how. Religion isn't. I wasn't built with that in mind.
Well, there's no need to make a decision right this second. You should all take some time to rest. If you would like, we can inter. If you intend to bring him back, we can inter Kellum's body in our basement. It's quite cold down there. He should at least last a little longer.
I believe that would be for the best, as long as it won't impact your ability to make wine or anything like that.
No,
That's
we have to bring back the harvest. It's going to take us some time to get back to normal, and well, to get back to a third of normal.
Thank you. You've been very gracious in helping us.
You have done something very, very good for this place by returning this gem, and at great cost to yourself. That does not go unnoticed. It is deeply appreciated, and you have the keepers of the feathers you have now on your side.
Question for you, dear sir. Your wine, when you have your wine and are able to provide it to Valaki, one would say that you are of great service and perhaps sway to the people of Valaki, perhaps the burgomaster himself.
Oh, that idiot. Yes, I think if you need assistance in getting back into Valaki,
Perhaps you
it
could
will
write
be
a
difficult to go to town and to see my son again, but you may recall Irvin, the son who owns the Blue Water Inn, was kind of excommunicated from the family for losing the first gem.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, I don't know if a letter would suffice, but I wouldn't want to make you uncomfortable, of course.
Adrian, and he's gonna call over his oldest son. Adrian would probably do a much better job of it. And he's gonna pat his son. He's gonna pat his son's shoulder with a little bit of pride. Adrian would probably do a pretty good job of it. I will send him once Elvia returns from delivering to the inn.
Thank you. That's very kind. And I'm going to go over to Adrian and hand him a piece of candy and go, here you go for your troubles, dear. Keep your energy up on the road.
Oh, Thank you. Elvir should return by morning, so hopefully within a few days we can get some of these myths cleared up. Show that you're not a threat, that you are in fact doing great, that you might be Barovia's saviors after all.
Oh, certainly trying. Isn't that right? And I look to 3 and to Little.
If he had just stayed a little longer.
Who
If you
dear?
had.
A couple more minutes, moments, we could have taken him down.
I'm certain we will have other opportunities. For now, I think we should focus on resting up, tending to our own wounds, and trying to bring our friend back.
Yes. Get some rest. We can discuss your options more and perhaps find someone who can help bring your friend back.
Thank you again.
Of course. And you all, is there anything else the three of you would like to do before you take a long rest?
Did you know I can climb and swim 35 feet per round? That's crazy.
Damn, nice.
I hope that comes in handy.
Honestly, it might. It's always possible.
I'm good to rest.
All right. You all settle in for a long rest, and we flash over to Velaki. We see Elvir sitting at the bar, talking with two people. He's just finished dropping off the wine and is catching up with his middleest brother, Erwin. The two have not spoken in some time. The third seems fairly jovial as well. And Randall, I'd like you to describe your character. You're muted, babe.
You muted.
Me? Am I?
Not
Not
anymore.
anymore.
Oh, I clicked the button. Weird.
Yeah.
Something weird's going on with that.
Randall, please describe to the people your character as we
Oh, I know what
sitting at this
happened.
Velaki bar.
I pressed the button anyway. You see sitting down is a scraggly bearded man, kind of skinny toned, with a patchwork jacket on, and all of his clothes are kind of loose fitting. He's wearing a kind of a small hat that kind of flops off to the side in a very brown color. Everything he's wearing is kind of like different tans and browns with small bits of what could be color but have been faded from long wear and tear. And he kind of just passes the drink around, and looks over and goes, "So, what are we doing here?"
We're celebrating. Silas, remember? I just arrived and have just dropped off a bunch of wine, which the inn desperately needed, and we've been sitting here for like 20 minutes. What do you mean, what are we doing here? We're having a good time. We're celebrating.
I probably forgot. There's it's good wine as this time.
How much have you had to drink, Silas?
I think probably like three or four drinks. I don't know. It's but how did you fix issue?
Well, some adventurers I had to bring some here at some point anyways. We had have a little bit left in stock, but some adventurers have showed up and they have promised to help, and they already have done a great job. The winery was overrun with blights and strange evil druids, but now the winery is back under our ownership.
Well, and he kind of reaches behind and just slaps him on the back. Well, that's a very good job, I think, you know.
Yes, these adventures, let me tell you, they are incredible.
Random people just came in and fixed the winery.
Well, they are in the process of fixing the winery. They have gone out now to retrieve, to do something to fix the winery. Wink, wink.
Well, I heard a little rumor. Are these the same people that mess with your mind? Are they like mind flayers? Mind? Do they read minds?
No. They don't read minds or anything like that. No, some of them do magic, sort of. There's one girl who's very loud. And there is this sort of like deathly looking fellow who's like honestly could get it.
I don't know if that's what you want to do here, Elvir.
Come on, Silas. There's so little fun to be had in Barovia. You know this.
Well, when are you going back?
Probably first thing in the morning. Actually, I probably should get going so I get there by morning. We've been drinking all night.
Well, you'll need a little bit of sleep. You can't drink in carriage. That's quite inappropriate. So, we'll take a little bit of nap, and then I can head out with you if you like. It's been a while since I've seen the winery. I would be interested.
You should come. You should meet these grand heroes. I think they are going to be what saves Barovia.
I'll believe that when I fucking see it. I doubt that for a second. But sure, yes, let's go see these adventurers. Who calls themselves adventurers? Are they, like, what do we do here? Is that a job title now? All right, let's go.
They go on adventures. It's kind of magical, isn't it?
Who pays for that?
Guilds?
For what? What are you adventuring in Vallaki? Strahd knows it all.
Well, maybe Strahd lured them here. Wouldn't be the first time.
And their first thought was, okay, let me go adventure. That sounds fucking safe. All right, don't understand these
they're
new
great
age
people. There is a mechanical person who's made all of metal. And a little old lady who has the best little candies.
And these are okay. I'm interested in seeing them. You have way more stock in them than I think I do, but I'd be interested in seeing who these are. You so far you've described an old lady who hands out candies, a robot, and a dead person walking around. So I'm not saying that, boy. How much have you been drinking?
The same as you, my friend.
And cheers to that. And clink his glass.
You guys clink your glass. You spend the night in the inn, and in the morning, as you're kind of like getting things together. Actually, before you go to bed, I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
Absolutely. Also, thank you for the raid. Welcome in.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I forgot how to do this. Okay, perception?
Yes, perception.
Okay.
It's a low DC.
Cool, 17.
You see that there is a young woman in a hooded cloak who you can't quite see her face, but she's possibly glanced in your direction a few times. But that's nothing out of the ordinary. It's a bar. People glance all over the place all the time. It's not like it's an empty bar either. It's fairly busy. But the next morning, when you come downstairs, having rested and getting a bit of breakfast before the two of you getting a bit of breakfast before you head out, you see this young woman again, and she approaches the two of you and she says, "The two of you have spoken of adventurers, yes?"
Yes, I thought you were looking at me for other reasons, but the spying is a new way. How can I help you?
Less spying, more eavesdropping. I would like to see these adventurers.
What's your name?
Bella.
Well, And you know them?
In the manners, yes. I need their help.
How much?
How much are you asking for?
I'm a little bit bad of money. 10 gold pieces.
What?
Escort me there safely, and I will give you these 10 gold pieces.
I could do that. Erwin, before we leave, can we make a prayer to the Morning Lord?
Oh man.
And Irvin,
No.
the barkeep is
I
like,
just talk so much shit.
is like, you know where the church is. You ask Elvir. He's the one driving your carriage. I'm staying here. I'm not ready to see my father. You know this.
Okay, well, wait for me then, and then I'll be back. Bella.
Yeah, Elvir's not going anywhere. You know he's not a religion guy.
All right. Bella, would you like to come pray with me?
No, I'll stay here. You said Elvir was back there? I'll go help him.
Absolutely. Nice meeting you. And he's again just going to clap right in the back. And it's going to go do a
Quick
travel
little
prayer.
morning. Yeah. You do a quick little prayer. Of course, the priest is always happy to see you. He kind of leads a little you're part of like a little. He leads a tiny congregation in a little morning ritual. You return to the inn. The carriage is the wagon's all packed up, all ready to go. The young woman still has her hood on, doing her best to keep her face a little bit obscured. Is seated. Elvir's like, "Come on, man, let's get going."
Okay, you Russian me, so let's go.
I'm not Russian, you're Russian.
No, I'm Valaki. We've been over this many
Kind of
times.
sounds like Gru.
I hate you.
And
Gorals. I'm sorry, Gorals. After stream, I'll show you, because we're doing Newsies next, and I'm playing the lead. But I'll show you my horrible attempt at a New York accent. It's so bad.
I need to see
it. It's
as
so
a New
bad.
Yorker, I need to see
I can't
this.
do it. It's so hard. I have to practice so much. Anyways, keep going.
The three of you get into your little into the little wagon and make your way down towards the Wizard of Wines. At a certain point, she does lift the hood off, and you see a young woman with blonde and pink hair, pink underneath and blonde, but clearly it's very obvious that it's been bleached from red. So it's all kind of pinkish.
Honey, dear, your roots are showing.
I know, and I cannot. I am ready to not have. I am ready for it to grow out.
I think I have some lemons. We could kind of do patch job if you'd like. Not too much sun here, but we could pray to Morning Lord. Perhaps we get a little.
No, I think I'm just going to let it grow out.
Okay.
I'll keep it like this for now.
It kind of gives witch vibes, I'll be honest. So it kind of works.
In a good way or a bad way?
Well, if they start yelling witch, you're a bitch, maybe not go there, but you know.
Fair enough. I usually try to avoid places where people yell at me.
Okay, well, you're safe here. Well, until we get there, then you're not my problem. But well, as long as we're there, it's safe.
Yes. Thank you
So
again.
Why are you chasing? What do you need? Not to pry. I don't mean to be rude.
Well, I do not feel safe in Valaki. Not anymore.
Safe from what? I mean, the mayor's kind of weird. The kid's weirder.
Yes.
Yeah, where is he?
Where's Victor? Silas, you would know that Victor has been returned to his family. He is, in fact, alive. And
Damn.
you know, you can imagine he's probably like locked up in the attic or something. He has not been seen.
Yeah, there's
But
more
after-
flashes of lights at the top of the house. I don't know.
Well, there haven't been any more weird flashes of light
Oh,
at the top of the
okay.
house, but
No more
you
people
do
to
know no one has heard from him since he has been returned home.
Okay.
Granted, it's only been about 2 days, so you can imagine that emo little shit is probably sulking. But yeah, you know that he's a weirdo. You know that he's a bit of a creep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She says, well, not necessarily that I don't much care for him either. I have felt too many eyes on me, and not
I mean,
in a way that makes me. It is not a safe place for me to be any longer.
well, not to my type, but like there's like you know like suitors, like you don't like too many.
It sounds so superficial when you put it like that, but you see, she begins to have a little bit of existential crisis of like, it's like, technically, yes, that is what the problem is, but in a very bad and fucked up way. Like in a way that putting it like that like is very minimizing. It could absolutely be like, well, when you put it like that, am I faking?
Well-
like it's the internal struggle of like, am I faking it? Is this real?
Tell us about these adventurers. What's do you know like their weakness?
Oh, I don't know their weakness. They're pretty strong.
Who's the leader?
Probably 3.
That and that one is robot one I'm hearing, right?
Yes. Robot feels a little simple of a way to describe them. They're very kind. They're not at all. They feel like they have more of a soul than you would expect a robot to.
I'll keep that in check. And what are they doing?
They're saving Barovia. They're going to try to kill Strahd.
And bring back the Morning Lord?
And others. But I
No,
suppose
only-
the Morning Lord is part of that. Don't tell me don't tell me you're a monotheist. Come on, we live in a fantasy world. You can't afford to be a monotheist in a fantasy world.
The Morning Lord will literally smite everyone that talks shit, so you better watch your mouth because Morning Lord is OP. It's really like they're like min-maxed, bro.
And what has the Morning Lord done for Barovia? How has
Well,
the Morning Lord kept us safe?
That's
No
what I was
one
thinking about.
has kept us safe.
Well, right, that's what I'm thinking about, right? Because we have this overlooming dread of Strahd over top of us. So maybe if we did remove that barrier, then perhaps we would have many others, and this Morning Lord could rise back up to power. See, when I put Morning Lord back at the power, the Morning Lord will recognize Silas Rasturguyev as the one person who was able to do that, and I will be at his side. And so really, who's winning? I'm lined up to win here. I'm just saying.
I think there is a higher chance of you leaving Barovia than that happening.
Well, okay. Well, you, Al, perhaps we shouldn't talk about the person.
Have you met Strahd? Have you seen him in person?
I
You
think I saw.
definitely have not.
I think I've
definitely-
seen him once, like in the shadows, but never face to face. They say he's everywhere, but I was a kid. It could have been my mind.
That must be a pleasant reality to live in.
Have you?
Yes. She moves some of her hair aside, and you see a scar on her neck that looks like a bite mark.
Are you fucking one of them? Oh, switch
No.
accents.
Are you
It's so hard.
fucking one of them? I'm walking here.
It's so hard not to go into Kellum because I'm so used to it.
No,
Ah!
I am not one of them. I am being pursued. And these are the only people that I can trust.
And if you were to, let's say, give in to these Strahd, would you lose faculties?
So much more than faculties.
I was gonna say it could be a really good double agent for us. Okay, well, you have way more trauma than I was ready to ride this morning.
You were the one who asked questions.
Yep, I did. Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna pat them on the back very carefully and softly. I'll go, they are there. And then just turn back forward, not knowing what to do.
I think it's best we not talk. And she's actually gonna put her hood up and scooch slightly away from you. And after a couple hours, you all arrive back at the winery. Our adventurers have gotten up from their long rest, and are likely in discussion of what to do next.
Well, I personally believe that it may be best if we exhaust the options that don't involve speaking to people who are dangerous or whom we've stolen from first. So perhaps the lady of the Vistani might be the best place to begin.
Navistani, Madame Ava and her cards.
Remind me, have we encountered the Vistani?
You
Yeah.
you have encountered Madame Ava, and some of her little group of Vistani.
That's right. We got a tarot reading, didn't we?
You did. It is where you found out that Victor Velikovich would probably be important. It is where you heard the amulet that 3 now holds, is where you heard that would be. And you have another card, another couple of cards that gave you a couple of clues as to where things might be. You have her you have encountered before.
We did not anger Madame Ava, so perhaps she might be the best place to begin. Plus, that would give us some time for our dear host to hopefully win us entrance back into Velaki.
I'm not against the idea, but I don't understand her. I find her magic. Well, I can't really say it's annoying because I don't really get annoyed, but I'd imagine.
But if I did,
But if I
Frustrated. I'd imagine it to be very frustrating. It's very frustrating.
I mean, any
Perhaps.
option is better than Baba Lysaga, to be honest.
She's quite powerful.
Have you met
Percy,
her before, 3?
Ava is quite powerful.
Indeed, it would seem so that she may be of some assistance.
As for Baba Lysaga, anyone who's capable of catching a fey creature, I would not want to cross.
Yes, what exactly are you, darling?
I'm a fairy. And I like let my wings flap a little.
Well, that's exciting. You've never met a fairy before.
We
Do you come
usually
from-
don't leave the Feywilds. However, I got caught.
Were you caught by a Babalai saga?
Mm-hmm.
So, why not go back to the Feywilds then? You don't have to stay with us, darling.
Can you leave here?
I suppose not. You are correct.
I've tried. It doesn't work.
How did... I suppose Babalai Saga can leave, come and go as she pleases.
Do I know that?
So you would know that you were caught by a minion of Babalai Saga.
Were you caught in the Feywilds or here?
The Feywilds.
Yes, you were caught in the Feywilds by a minion of Babalai Saga, likely by someone that you would guess is probably part of the Vistani.
Oh, the Vistani? Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You mean the people we're gonna go talk to?
Say hello to?
Yeah.
Normally I'd say you could stay behind, but there's no way Madame Ava doesn't already know. She could sense me half a mile into a forest.
Yeah, she's very aware of her, not necessarily her surroundings, but kind of everything.
Things going on around her.
Yeah.
It's a bit eerie, I must admit. But that could benefit in our favor. Perhaps she knows something about reanimating the dead or nearly dead that we don't know about.
She might. I think.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Should we?
I think if she can't do it, we should go to Babalai Saga, though. I think if we can convince her, and this is Percy. I don't know how to mention that.
Yeah.
I could have guessed that.
the DM is now here.
Yeah. I think,
Anyways.
I think she would be a good person to go to, but
And
it's up to you.
we did go into the tower of that adventurer, and I don't know about you three, but I don't remember seeing anything of interest that might lead to the idea that they know anything about reanimating the dead or bringing the dead back to life.
We picked up everything that was of use in the tower. That adventurer, though, I mean, they are on the way.
Are they?
Kinda.
They
Only a
are
little
also
out
on
of
the way
way.
back.
Depends.
We could always, if Madame Ava is of no help, then perhaps we could swing by the Adventurer's Tower on the way back.
I mean, it
From there, we should check out maybe the nuns. And
depends
Kresk.
on. It depends on what route we take. It might be faster to try to cut across, because if we're going all the way to the Sayre Falls, going up and around along the road might be. Then again,
I can probably get
Where
us,
would we-
navigate us through the Svalek woods, no problem.
or we could go across. That might be faster. I didn't do the math for that.
As long as we're not out, as long as we're not in an unsafe place by nightfall.
Let me double check crossing through not on the roads, because I think that there's I think there might be something that I need to keep in mind for that.
It's just
But I
across
have-
50 miles.
I have the advantage of being a bad bitch, So I'm sure whatever it is null and void.
Quietly. Okay. Or in the wilderness. Okay, so it's just a matter of the encounter roll being a little bit sillier. Well, not sillier. That's not the right word. That's the word. You know what? That's the word I'm choosing to use. It's just a matter of a slight change in the encounter table. But as you all are having this discussion, Silas, Elvir, and Bella pull up in the wagon, and Adrian and Davian come outside to greet you. And Adrian runs up to Silas and like does the predator handshake with you. It's like, Silas, my good friend.
Sorry, what's happening?
Adrian,
I was turning off our content warning on our stream. I forgot I had up.
Adrian has done forearm predator handshake. Good to see you, my friend.
How are you, brother?
Good. Been better, but better in some ways. Let's say good in some ways.
Okay, that made no sense, but good. I'm glad for you. You got wine to Velakis, which is a plus. So I'm assuming you fixed the problem.
A third of the problem has been fixed. One of another gem was recently taken, but a group of adventurers have brought it back at great cost to themselves.
I'm sorry to hear about the gem. I did not realize more was being taken.
The last two of them were stolen. One by Bubbly Saga, one by more druids working for Strahd or her, I don't know. But
was the gem that's returned the one that I'll kind of like nod towards Erwin, that one?
Erwin's not there. Elvir is the one with you. Erwin is the one who owns the inn, so he's
back in the bar.
Yeah,
fair.
No, that one is. We still do not know the whereabouts of.
Sorry to hear that. I hoped that would help you guys out. I know it's been tough.
Well, we have one of the three back. The other one is still with Bubbly Saga. The adventurers are debating if they're going to go to her or not.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Well, I've heard lots about these adventurers. You should introduce me.
Yes, and now he's going to turn to the strange young woman that is also here. And do you know her?
Oh, sorry, I already forgot. My job's done. Hey, Bella, you have payment, right?
And she pulls out 10 gold pieces and hands them to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Adrian, Bella, Adrian, this is,
Ifshand of the Adventurers.
Yeah, that.
Are they inside? Yes, here, I will take you both to see them. And he's gonna kind of take Elvir aside for a second, and he's gonna whisper in his brother's ear, and you see his face drop. In shock. And you all head inside. And as the young woman walks inside, her hood falls off as she runs towards 3.
Oh.
3.
Ella?
I'm so glad that you all are here. Where's Kellum and Emery? Ellie, and she's gonna like bend down and give the little lady a hug.
Oh yeah, Ellie gives like that real good like grandma hug that just fills you with like love and joy and like makes you feel cared for. And she goes,
Yeah.
It's very good to see you, dear. Why are you here, though? Is everything all right?
That guy that Kellum and 3 warned me about, the Ezek, I think his name is. He's been showing up a lot around the church, and I did not feel safe. And then on top of that, I still kept hearing Strahd's voice in my head at night. He cannot visit me, but it was as if he was still in my head, and I just didn't feel safe there anymore. And so I had to come and find you.
I'm glad that you came to us, dear. Why don't we go have a seat? What is the guy's name that owns this place? I keep forgetting.
Davian.
Davian. I wanted to say like Darian. I was close.
Close.
Davian, love, do you have room for one more, perhaps? Could she stay for a bit?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes.
Davian here will take very good care of you, darling. Let's get you some tea. Do you want a candy?
Yes, but, where's Kellum?
Why don't we go have a seat and we can talk about it?
Emery. Go ahead.
Nope, you go ahead.
Emery. Emery made a choice. And she paid for that choice with her life.
Yes, unfortunately, Emery is no longer with us.
As for Kellum, he fought bravely.
Yes, and we're going to do everything we can to possibly bring him back. We're exploring our options.
He is also dead.
Emery is beyond saving, but Kellum might not be.
And you see tears begin to just pour and run down her face.
Ellie just takes one of her hands, like between her 2 little tiny hands, and just kind of like pats it and strokes the back of her hand and just kind of comforts her a little bit.
But they're going to bring Kellum back.
I'm not going to make any promises.
Please let me help in any way I can.
3, let me know if I'm wrong here, but I think the best way that you could help, darling, is to stay safe and to stay hidden.
If I continue to just hide away,
I agree with Bella, but you're not ready yet to face what's out there.
then teach me how to be ready.
I expect you to be level 8 by the time we get back.
And go. Cue the montage.
Are there any here in the winery who are skilled fighters?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Guessing by the fact that they couldn't fight off some druids, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm trying to look up their stat block. We are we can teach her some, but at a certain point does experience not become the best teacher.
Do you have any magical inclinations in you, darling? Any connection to magic of any kind? Have you ever accidentally lit a flame or made something dance a little bit when it shouldn't have?
I've never thought about this. Huh. Ellie,
Yeah.
I would like you, as a determiner of the answer of this question,
Yeah,
I'd like
maybe.
you to roll me a d20
Okay. It would
to
be helpful.
determine what the answer to this question is.
Okay, it would be helpful if I had my dice readily available. So give me 2 seconds.
Well, I look up a stat block.
1d20, correct?
Yeah, just roll me a d20.
It's a 4.
She kind of sighs and shakes her head. Magic is never. I have never had any calling or draw towards it.
Well, then my training would not be very useful to you, I'm afraid.
I can teach her how to fight.
Same.
I'm skilled with all weaponry. Well, all weaponry that I had access to.
All right. Well, then we should go as soon as possible so we can fix Kellum. And you see Percy's just gonna like nod and agree. And he just looks unhappy. Sen, what are you doing?
I was just about to interject.
Watching this scene unfold.
Pretty much, at this point, I'd kind of like walk in and lean up against the door. So, you're short an adventurer, and also I don't remember fairy. But the robots, that was on point. Who are you all?
Oh. Who are you, dear?
Apologies, where are my manners? Silas Rostriguyev. Pleasure to meet.
My name is Ellie. Ellie Mossfoot.
Ellen?
Lil. And that's all you need to know.
3.
Apparently I was given inspiration. Thank you,
6.
Pistachio Pancakes.
Ooh. Thank you, Pistachio.
Much appreciated. I will mark it on my character sheet.
I can mark it for you in Foundry.
I got it. I already got it. I got
That
this.
should not be coming through.
Boom, there it is.
3. Are you a friend?
Depends.
He's a big fan of the Morning Lord.
Yes, big fan. I will probably be the person that ends up being next to the Morning Lord. If you'd like to get in on this action, this is your chance. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I'm gonna turn to Little. Is he asking me to engage in coitus?
Lil literally just laughs, and it sounds like the chime of a bell. She's no.
That is not a concrete answer. Oh, thank you.
No. He is not. He wants religious something or another. It doesn't. Yeah, no.
You fleshies in your rituals. They make no
I
sense.
hated that word.
That feels derogatory.
Wait, important question. What race is this character whose name I don't remember?
Wow.
Silas.
Sorry.
Human?
Silas. Human.
Silas.
Human Barovian specifically.
Valachian. I guess I am Barovian because everything
Yeah.
is here. Barovia.
Yeah.
3
Assume,
gives you. Okay, go ahead.
assume 80% of the time when we're talking about Barovia, we mean the country, not the
I
village.
can't do that.
I will specify the village when we're talking about the village. The rest of the time, it's the country.
Yes.
Three looks you. If three had like facial expressions, you'd see like pretty extreme analytical contempt. Like takes one look at the fact that you're human and is like, I don't typically travel with your kind.
Okay.
Are you carrying any weaponry?
Yes.
What are you carrying?
You see on his two sides are two hand axes, and on his back is a great axe and a javelin.
Damn.
Can I roll for something?
What are you rolling for?
My heart.
Can I be Sarah for a second and roll and not tell you?
Can we roll for hot?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah. It's not that deep. I just like to know if three I like to be like, will three notice this a thing that they would notice?
Mm-hmm.
I do this a lot of my characters. Okay.
Can I just coin purse?
Yeah, I'm like,
Sorry.
is that a banana in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? I take one look at you and I go, bottom. No.
Well,
Three has a built-in gaydar.
I almost came
literally.
into this chat with big bottom energy.
I'm gonna I imagine you don't get around machinery much.
No, I most of my time I deliver packages to and from towns, help move things because I tend to know the lay of the land. And then when I'm not doing that, I just go out to the farm. It's kind of relaxing, tending to the crops and making sure that they're all settled in.
I'm gonna kind of go over to Three and like go on my tippy toes and whisper up to Three as best I can.
What do you mean you don't travel with people like him, exactly?
Humans.
Nobody, I guess, yeah, nobody is a human, huh?
Kellum was a half elf, and first thing I
Yeah.
asked him was, which side of you is stronger? Like, which part of you do you
Okay.
are you more in line with? And he said his elf side, and I said that's a good answer because I kill most humans that I come across.
Interesting.
Suddenly glad I didn't make myself human. Shit.
I turn to you and I go, humans, dwarves.
Well, it's a good thing I'm neither of those then, isn't it?
You are small like a dwarf, but you are not a dwarf.
No, dear, I'm not.
I'm gonna turn to you, not Kellum, Silas. I keep wanting to say it. I look at your little face and I go, Kellum. I turn to Silas and I go, one moment, and then I turn around to Ellie and Lil. Okay, so he's clearly a barbarian. And a strong one at that.
Does he look like a barbarian? Does he look like
Very few fighting
Look
styles.
this way
carry
or
him.
that way?
I would say that very few fighting styles feature not one, not two, but 3 axes.
Perhaps just a general fighter. They're quite flexible.
Irina inserts herself into the huddle.
Oh yeah, hi Irina. You coming too?
Irina? I thought that was Bella.
Oh,
Percy's just standing.
it's Bella?
it's Bella.
Bella.
Where the hell have you been, Loka?
God damn it.
Where the hell you been, Loka? Bella inserts herself into the conversation. He's definitely a barbarian. He seems very into his axes.
That could be useful. I mean, don't get me wrong, Percival is a great addition to the party, but we might need someone who could take a bit more hits.
He is useful, potentially very dangerous.
He is a little off-putting. Be careful when you answer his questions. You do not answer them too deeply, because he will get annoyed with you.
Silas starts leaning back. He's just chewing on a toothpick, just staring.
I mean, having somebody up close and personal does help my fighting style.
True.
And
Me
you'd
too.
be the first one to die anyways.
I don't think you.
We could use all the help we could get.
I don't think you and I have met in Arena. Bella's gonna hold out a hand to you, Lil. I'm Bella.
I'm glad to see nothing has changed.
Literally, Lil just like, Irene Bella.
Just Bella. Sorry, slip of the tongue. I want you to make me a history check.
Oh, god damn it. Why'd you have to choose something that I'm only proficient and not expertise in?
Listen, you made your backstory the way you did. I'm gonna be making you check to see if you know stuff a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're
That's
just
a 10.
because like with your background with Babalai Saga, you're adjacent to you might have adjacent knowledge to a lot of things.
Just because overhearing it.
Yeah. What did you say you got an 11?
10.
10? With a 10, I would say you recognize something about the red roots.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people in Barovia have red hair. But you don't recognize the name Bella. The name you think of when you think of red hair is Marina.
Marina?
Marina. Because that's what I'll give you for now.
Okay.
You recognize the name Marina pops into your head when you see the red hair. That's what I'll give you with a 10.
All I say when I shake her hand with my tiny hand is the very unique hair color that you have there.
Yes, it is.
Nice to meet you, Bella.
Good to meet you as
Eat
well.
snack.
Yeah.
Eat snack.
Look, I get
You
off of
just-
work.
You have a little bit of a breakfast snack.
This is like Skitter, okay? I got off work and my dinner time is smack dab in the middle of this, so
Yeah.
here
Same.
we are.
Our Bella,
Yes.
we're considering heading back to Madame Ava.
Okay.
If you're ready for that.
Yes. I am.
And we're all in agreement that Silas makes an incredible meat shield.
I believe that is the general consensus, yes.
Yeah.
Did he express interest in wanting to come with? Is that why we're talking about
No,
this?
not
Not
at
at
all.
Oh, I thought he had my bad.
I could have
I
swore
said
there was
hello.
I could have swore there was a looks like you're down an adventurer comment, which
Oh, there
immediately
was
Yeah,
a
was
looks
that's
like you're done an
true.
adventurer comment.
That's true.
That was the thing you said. That is in fact.
Mhm.
What did I say? I said you look like adventurers.
You
Are
said you
no,
look
are
like
the
you're down
adventurers?
an
Said you're down an adventurer.
which implies that you're gonna be joining
Oh.
us.
Okay.
I think everybody took that and just kind of ran with it.
Yeah.
They sure did.
When
It
they
does now.
actually
Yes,
ask,
and.
when they ask Silas, you can then, say whatever you want about it.
I'm gonna nod to the others and turn around to Silas. Silas,
Yes.
how do you feel about Strahd von Zarovich?
A minor inconvenience. Getting rid of him could be helpful because then we could put the Morning Lord in charge.
Do you want to know some things you know about Strahd von Zarovich?
Who are you talking to?
You, the one from Barovia.
Yeah, it should have been to me a message.
I don't know. I don't know if I can copy and paste that. I don't know if I can find that page. What chapter is this? This is chapter 2.
Sure is.
Chapter 2.
What's your thing with Strahd? I've heard you're the saviors apparently.
That might be a bit of a misnomer.
Well, Bella's over here. You're the biggest cheerleader, so.
I'm gonna turn to Bella, and if I could smirk, I would be. I'm gonna go. Saviors?
Yes. I think if anyone has a chance of ridding this place of Strahd von Zarovich, it is you.
That's very kind of you, dear. I think we're all just trying to do what's right, or at the very least, trying to find a way to clear the place of this curse so that we can all return to our lives.
Strahd has something each of us needs. Well, I can't speak for Lowell, but at least the two of us.
Yes, I do have
I
to
just
share.
need Strahd dead in order to get out of here.
What does Strahd have on you?
I fear that he may have kidnapped one of my children or grandchildren.
He claims to have held to be holding the corpse of one of my siblings.
How does a robot have siblings?
Okay. You're kind of on par with Arena here as far as a lot going on. Oh, sorry, Bella. Bella going on here. I don't know name.
And Strahd is also most likely the reason why your farm is failing.
Probably. Morning Lord would be helpful because, see, little known fact, the sun is actually really good for plants because it helps them give life to them. So another reason why putting the Morning Lord would be very helpful.
I know with my garden at home, the sun is very important.
Hey guys! So we are having a little bit of technical difficulties tonight. So we are going to spend the rest of the evening kind of figuring stuff out, updating stuff, so that we can make sure that this at least happens less in the future. We can't eliminate anything entirely because technology is slightly unpredictable at times. But we appreciate you guys for watching today. And we will see you next Wednesday with more Curse of Strahd. We'll get to learn more about our new character, Silas. Why the fuck is Irina back? And learn more about our three lovely friends. And they'll go see Madame Maven, and we'll figure it out, and it'll be great. But we will see you on Tuesday for a lovely one-shot ran by the darling Neversweet Nerd. And join us Saturday for a community hangout. And check out our Patreon if you want to support us financially. That's all the things. So
see if we can raid each out.
Yeah, sail and slay. Also do that.
Patreon patrons, indeed. Thank you to our warlocks, Alicia W, Crispy, and Tiger J. Thank you to our sorcerer, Nolani B, and thank you to our magus, Michael N. We appreciate you guys. You keep the lights on.
We'll see you guys soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Be kind, love one another.